It's exercise week. One and a two and I want to jump right in because I've got a lot to show you. So I'm going to keep this quick and easy. I'm going to start with my stretch, and I'm actually going to do that. You guys are welcome to join in with me, or you can just skip it all together and just go on to the next part. But basically, this whole video is about my routine, what I do Monday through Friday. Usually is what I try to do it. Sometimes I try to work out on the weekend as well. There's some of the stuff I just couldn't fit it all in because it's going to otherwise be the longest video in the world. So I will definitely do extra videos later to show you kind of like the floor mat ab work that I do, as well as the different arm exercises that I do that are not machine related. And then I also want to make a special video for all these kind of exercises that I'm showing today at the gym and stuff that you can actually do at home in your own living room. And by the way, if you have exercise tapes, those are another really good tool to use because they really help with cardio or whatever you like. There are so many millions of exercise tapes out there. So find somebody that inspires you. You know, I think the Shaun T ones are really good, the Beachbody abs, the Jillian Michaels are really good. There's so many great video tapes out there. So find the ones that speak to you. Do that. If you don't want to go to a gym, don't want to do a tape, don't want to do the same boring type of exercise, there's a million types of things out there. Personally, I love aerial arts. So live it up, do what you want, go swimming, play volleyball, do some soccer, whatever speaks to you. Just go out there, get motivated, start moving, take your dogs on a walk. It's just about getting that body in gear, exercising, and really feeling what you're doing. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right in. Although one more thing I will say beforehand, as we all know, I can get off on some tangents, but you know, I'm not a professional, guys. This is just my experience because I have been doing the yo-yo dieting and exercises and videotapes and, you know, dealing with different trainers and all that kind of stuff. So this is just kind of my experience in that, and I'm sharing with you as a form of kind of what my routine is. And if you want to follow along, great. If you get inspired by it, even better. So this is just about doing it and sharing with you because I really believe that when we lean on each other and support each other, that together we can be our best selves. Because exercising alone, dieting alone, getting healthier alone sucks. And it's much better in a community of supporters and positivity and just that encouragement and motivation to be the best us that we can be. So that's what I'm trying to do. I hope that you get something great out of it. Even if you're just enjoying it and having a good little giggle to yourself, you know, that's fine too. I want to share my experience so that hopefully even one person out there can get something from it that's positive and helps motivate them. So please comment below. Tell me what kind of exercises that you like to do. What's your workout routine? If you have any tips to make mine better, give me those too. I will gladly take them because I love finding new exercises and really like experimenting and seeing how I can make the best workout routine I can, because there are a million exercises out there. You can't get them all done in one workout. Try to remember that because sometimes that's hard for me. I'm like, oh, I should do another hour. Find what's best and then switch it up, and then that way your body also won't be stagnant. So time to get going. If you're going to join me and actually work out with me for the stretch part, then please grab your gym shoes, your exercise mat, or even go bare feet if you'd like. And don't forget that water because it's super important, as well as that stretch. So, see you on the mat.
Hey guys, it's time for that stretch. So, normally I'm going to do this, you want to do about 15-20 minutes before and after your workout. You really want to get your body moving, your muscles like loosen, otherwise they'll get too tight and you'll start getting cramps. It's no good. So water and stretching is super important before and after your workout, and water all throughout. So just make sure that you're doing a little bit of stretch. You don't want to be like me on the row machine and you forget to stretch, step off of it, and feel like your legs are going to collapse and you have to wobble over to the next machine just to sit down. So again, can't do 15-20 minute stretch just because it'll make this video way too long. But I'm going to do a nice 5-10 minute. And normally you also want to hold your stretches for at least 20 seconds. A little tip I learned from Jillian Michaels videotape a long time ago. But in this situation, there's so many free guys and I want to fit in as much stretch as
So as you come up, you want to slowly bring up each part, making sure that your head is tucked in to your neck, or your neck tucked into your chest. Have that be the last thing. That way it's really good for the back of the neck. So I'm going to move on to some upper stretches that are really good for you to just really get motivated. So we're going to move into the upper stretches. So again, we're just going to start with a lean. You can really feel it all on the side right here. And again, you want to hold it for 5 seconds. Repeat on each side. And then I also like to take this arm, bring it across. The opposite arm goes over it. Put your shoulder down as best as possible. And then turn your neck to the side. The longer arm is pointed to. And you're going to really feel that shoulder in the back right here. And upper here. And in the back. In that upper shoulder area, especially good for the days you're working back and shoulders. You're going to get that good stretch right there. Keep that as low as possible. And then repeat on both sides. And again, remember to drop that shoulder down. Then, feeling good about our neck here. So you're going to hold lightly, so you're just putting your hand on top and lightly pulling down. You kind of sway. But you just really want to get that good pull right here. I'm not going to, I'm not pulling my neck over, just slightly tapping it. And then it's going to feel real good. And you want to get to each side, forward, as well as back. And when you're done with the back, take it around, very slowly, all the way. Let it be tied, and then go back to it. Go for it. Stretching back to it. And it doesn't always, it sometimes hurts. That's okay, as long as you're just doing it, it's a healthy hurt, and you're going to get stretching on it. So, again with our shoulders, just up and down, and then you quick. Well, not really quick. That's why and then you're going to go backward or forward, and then the opposite. And really try to rotate those shoulders around while keeping everything else straight. And then you can also there's a tree there. Usually not a tree in your way, but working your hands up, this is something I learned from Kevin Electric State. I just love any kind of exercise shape out there. It's all fun. It's a really nice stretch for your arms all the way down. And you can always do these as well. They're really good both for a workout or for stretching all areas. Go throughout that process of rotating your hands slowly like this, out and up. And then we're also going to do an extra to the abs, which is something I recommend on one of my tapes as well. And you want to keep everything as still as possible except for the ab area. And you kind of just want to rotate it. Belly dancers is hard for me because you're trying to isolate just the abs. You can try it slow, go forward, side, and really get those stretches for like 20 seconds. Back, kind of pumping out. Hip check. You're going to want to hip check, put that out there. So then as you've gone to each side, slowly increase. You're going to get this nice rotation for your hips and your abs. Really good. Okay. Now, I'm going to step back down and go.
hand in, over, opposite hand, up, turn, and really feel that stretch. And then you're going to repeat all that on the other side as well. Come back this way. Put my leg like this, one leg up and bent, the other one straight behind the back. As best you can, obviously I'm still increasing my flexibility. And then you're just going to come down on it, like this. Just hold it for a good 20 seconds. And then you can really get that glute area, and then as well as your thigh. And then, you know, you're going to switch. And another, not going to switch because it's time, but definitely want to switch. And then I like, we call it the child's pose. Right, your butt kind of as far down. Your butt, you want to have it as far on your feet, your ankles, your heels, I should say, your feet, your toes, that you can, so you get that butt down there. And then slowly walk out. And put the hips. If you do yoga tapes, they'll be really good on teaching you stretches. Good. And then you put your head down and hold it. You know, back a little bit, have that stretch. And then I like to do a couple other yoga tools. So here, we're going to sit like this. I'm going to pull up my back. And we're going to cat stairs position. And then lower. And then crouch my back. And then lower my back. This is helping stretch that lower back a little bit, as well as your abs. And then I like to do this. You can either leave your legs flat on the ground, start it, and go up here, or you can go to kind of like a little bit of a plank with your body up. Helps that lower back. Might actually even get a really good pop that way. And then from there, you can go up, down dog. This is really good for the back of the leg. Stretch that out. And another one I also like to do when I'm going on the up and lay down. Starting here. Think about your chest area. You're going to push up and hold for 20 seconds. And go back down. Move your arms further back. Come up. So you're a little higher this time. 20 seconds. Go down. One more time. Further back if you can. Don't push yourself. If you're more comfortable in the other spot, stay there. Come all the way up. That really feels good. And you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. So be careful. You could hurt your wrist. So make sure you're being careful and going at your own pace in your own way. Speaking of wrist, another thing you can do, some of the others I'm watching, you take your hand,
Turn it inward. And you're kind of going to press it this way. And with the other hand, you can see, not too much, but you're just going to nicely stretch. Rotating there a little bit, even that, on both sides. It helps you boost it a little bit. Sometimes, like, I don't know about you, but when I'm doing push-ups like this, my wrists are different. So, excuse me. One of the things I like to do is either go up on my fist, or keep my fingers spread out, you know, like almost like a claw. But if you're really bothering you, just take those wrists a little bit. Helps keep everything moving and going. So, from here, one of the other things I like to do is a really good stretch, and then actually sometimes I'm going to show you on my ab routine as well when I go into that. So you just take the camera so you can see a little better. And really get that stretch. This arm at a slight bend. Turn a little this way. Just really going to get there. So for quick little tip, when I meant for the ab workout, you're actually going to sit up to your knee a little bit, come back, and grip your heels and arch. Not only is this a good stretch, but it is a great ab workout. So start where you can. Okay, here, 5, You can grab a point here. Fine, touch your toes, good. If you need to, put your foot up, grab onto them, and arch. That's a good beginner. And it just really gives you a good stretch and a good abdomen. So, not to be underestimated. Then, at the very end, like I said, guys, there's so many stretches out there. I'm just doing a few to kind of show you what I do, but I don't want to overwhelm the video by making it way too long. So, I'm going to stop here, but before I do, breathing is super important. I'm still working on that myself. You gotta breathe. Through all your exercises, through all your movements, through whatever you do, breathe. Remember to breathe. It's hard. It's silly that it's hard, because it's something we naturally have to do, but for some reason when exercising, it's a little bit harder. So, something I'm definitely working on myself, but you want to remember to try to breathe, and it also will help you, your body. I definitely want to breathe through your exercises and through your movement. It just really makes a difference. If you're not breathing right, you can tell. You want to get that full breath. It just kind of opens everything up, expands everything, and almost puts you in a better posture. And remember that when you are doing back and ab stuff, you keep your back as flat as possible, and your abs, you want to keep that core tight, so that way when you're doing certain movements, unless they require you to arch or bend, that you're not hurting your back. That's the whole thing too with exercising. You don't want to hurt anything. That's why it's important to stretch and important to go at your own pace. Don't push yourself to where somebody else is. You want to push yourself, but in a healthy way. You want to do it in a way that's like slowly increasing every time until you can build those muscles, until you can build that strength. Because you will improve, you will adapt every time, I promise. I've seen it in my own way, in my own routine, my own exercises, especially the classes. I'm able to do more, I'm able to lift more, so you will get there. Have confidence in yourself, you just have to build it. So, as we wrap up, one of the things I like to end with is that breath that I was talking about. So, usually you do the standing, and I want to be right here with you, so I'm going to do it sitting. You can do it sitting too, it doesn't matter. So, breathe into that nose and take a big breath. Fill those lungs. Away. One more. And that's it. So, thank you guys for joining me on my mat for my stretch. I know it was fast. I know it was a lot of information really thrown at you, and I didn't do both sides, and I'll hold it for 20 seconds because I'm telling you it's important to do. You want to be equal balance on both sides. But I just wanted to throw in as much content as I could. And then, there's so much more of this video to go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you skipped the part, that's okay. You're just jumping in now because you want to see the next part of just the exercise routine that I do at the gym. Enjoy it. I hope you like it. I hope that it is sped up in a couple parts, but I do slow down for each different machine so you can kind of see at first what I'm doing, and then I speed it up as I keep going. So, again, it means so much to me for you guys to join me here, and I hope that you are getting your workout today. It's a beautiful sunny day for one, so go outside, do something, even if it's a walk on the beach with your friends, or taking your dog for a walk, or playing a game. You know, just have fun, enjoy the sunny day, and if it's not a sunny day for you, that's okay too. You can do a rain run, that's sometimes really fun, just be careful. Or whatever else that you can do inside. Maybe you want to do some living room video shoots back there. Wonderful day and a great week, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of my workout routine. And, you know, get something out of it for you. And again, share your workout routines with me below. I really love to learn and, you know, increase my own knowledge. So I love to hear what you're doing, share with me, and I'll share with you.
We're going to start with cardio, and I like to start my cardio with the stair climb. I do about 1 minute in a regular climb at a level 2 or 3, and then I turn to one side for a minute. At either a level 3 or 4, and then I like to switch to the other side as well for a minute. This way it works different areas of my leg. And then I also Once I've done a nice solid minute on each side, then I do another minute climbing regular, but this time I'm actually going to stick my leg out backwards as I climb, working more of the glute area, and then I'm going to follow that up by one more minute of a regular stair climb at about a level higher up, either 4 or 5, and then I will start the whole thing over again, doing a total of about 20 to 25 minutes at these 5-minute intervals. So I'm working many areas of my legs at the same time. Then I like to do my row machine. It is very fun. I feel very energized when I do it. It is very hard on the calves and the hamstrings, so make sure you are definitely stretching before the row machine. But it's really fun. It's a lot of cardio, and it's great for the arms and the legs and the core. I like to do anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes on this, and I try to go up as high as possible. I'm working at about a level 16 right now. The row machine is a lot of fun, and as you can see, you can work a great deal of calories off with this machine. Then I like to go over to the elliptical. This is also another fun one. I can do about 10 to 15 minutes on this as well. And this one I can work my arms really well. And I know you can do this one too. Anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's like running. And I have asthma, but it doesn't overwind me or anything like that. I really enjoy this machine, and I can burn a lot of calories. I do anywhere from a mile or more. And as you can see right here, we've got about 50 calories for about a mile and 1.7 miles. So I also usually try to do the bike when I can, but now it's time to move on to arms, which is I like to try to do everything on different days to try to work different aspects of my body. As you can see, again, another row machine. This one's a more stable, so you're working more of just the upper body. And again, I'll post below what all my exercises are so that you get a better picture. This machine is actually great for learning how to do push-ups. I've never in my life been able to do push-ups before, but this machine really gives you the mechanics and builds your strength. So once you are strong enough, you can slowly decrease the amount of weight that the pad is on. And then more of you will actually be doing the pull-ups, so it's just a way to build yourself up. I also like to do this machine. It kind of pulls into the chest, works both the shoulders and the back, really strengthening those arms. And I like to kind of switch my arms up both ways. This one is working more of the triceps. And each time I like to do anywhere, you also want to adjust your seat to make sure it's correct for you and your right height. I like to do anywhere from 3 to 4 sets and 15 to 20 reps in each set. So you definitely want to, go slow and make sure each movement is being done correctly and according to what the machine itself says, so that you are protecting your body as you're working out and getting stronger, because if you get injured, you're going to get derailed, and trust me, it's really hard to keep going when you've kind of like gotten off course. So as you can see, I really want to build those muscles up. Here we're doing more of an arm press. It's a little harder for me, but it's again really good on those triceps, which is that back of the arm that you really want to, when you get that arm jiggle and you don't like that arm jiggle, this is what a lot of these machines are good for, because I want to get rid of my arm jiggle and strengthen that all up, as well as my back, what I like to call the bra fat. A lot of women have it, not just heavy women, some thin women have it as well. It's just a problem area that I've noticed most women have. Guys, your backs tend to be stronger, so you don't get that as much. So these are definitely areas that I like to work so that I can tone my arms, because one of my main goals for looking good in that wedding dress is to be able to wear a strapless dress, so I can have my arms free, but I'm only going to do that if I get them where I want. And then I also do the chest press. It's a really good one. All of these are great, and also I combine them with my arm classes that I do as well. So getting quite the versatile workout. And then I also do my own weights, as you can see here, and I will expand on that in another video. But it's lots of fun. Now we are on to legs. This is super important. These squats, you guys, are great. And every time you do them, you want to definitely add weight onto them to give you a little more strength every time. You're kind of building those muscles up, making yourself stronger and stronger. So I've started with like 10 pounds on each side, and then I do a set of like 10, and then I move up to 35. Like I'll do 10 on each side, then 20 on each side, and then 35 on each side. So you kind of add up those weights. I also like to do the leg press. I like to do both the one that's level with you as well as the one where you're kind of laying down more and pushing it up above yourself. The one I did before that, as you can see right here, that's the one where you're pushing up above yourself. I like to do them both or do one or the other. And then the one that was right before this was the leg curl, which is great for the back of the leg and the hamstrings. So you want to make sure you're working all aspects of your legs. And like I said, I do these machines, and then I also do the classes, and as well as my own little routine for both the warm-up and the stretch, for both the warm-up and the cool-down. So you definitely want to get a versatile workout going on, not just the machines, not just the classes. I kind of like to combine them, so I'm getting a really well-rounded workout. These machines are great for your inner thighs as well as your outer thighs, and then this one is great for both those calves as well as the thighs, because my thighs need it. Yes, they do. And I also like to do, it's not on here, but a little backwards lunge. That's good as well. And all of these machines work a different area. And what's great about Planet Fitness is every time you go to a machine, it tells you exactly what you're supposed to do, what area it's for. So it's really helpful. This is a really good one for the calves. Again, if you don't have this machine, if you're not at a gym, go to any kind of place that has a stair. Go out front of your house to where the curb is, and you can do it on a curb. Just, do 1 foot at a time if you're worried about stability, but you can definitely work your calf muscles anywhere. This one is great for the glutes, because when I'm doing the legs, I also like to concentrate on my glutes. You want to combine things like the arms is really good to also do your back at the same time as you're doing arms. So when I'm doing legs, I also like to do my glutes, as well as I think it's important to work core every day. But obviously I do a day of just abs, but I think it's important to work the core into everything you're doing. You should always be holding that core. Hence that, let's bring us into abs. Abs, your core is everything. Your core is at the center of you. It's important for all the other exercises you're doing, as well as legs, everybody. Like legs, don't underestimate them. I know a lot of guys tend to work the upper body, but just as important for women as it is for men, do not lose sight of your legs. Don't forget that aspect of the workout, because it is important. Ab day is probably my favorite, because I really am trying to get rid of that lower abs. Most of us women have that little pooch that just won't go away. It likes to cling on like a crazy ex, or like all those wonderful, horrible foods that we eat. They all go right to the belly, or at least for me they do. And so that's the area I want to work in most, so that I can be a little flatter for my wedding day. And some of these machines are so fun. As you can see, I've put how many reps I'm doing on each one, and how many sets. And you want to make sure that when you are doing ab workouts that you're not pulling on your neck. As you can see, it's really like tucked in there to my chest, my chin, so that way I'm not pulling on my neck muscles or injuring that in any way. And this one's a really good one for the side angles. You can see me talking to Tim right there as he's videotaping me. So, it gives you a nice back and forth, and then you can actually switch the machine from side to side. so that you're actually really getting a good workout on both sides. You're not leaving anyone out, because that's another thing that's really important when you're doing, excuse me guys, it's kind of late when I'm recording or doing this, but you know, you want to work both sides. Anytime you're doing a routine or a workout and it's concentrating on one side, balance it out, make it even, go to the other side for an equal amount of reps and an equal amount of sets. And then this one is another really good machine because you can isolate just working the top half of your body, going in, and I usually do about anywhere from 15 to 25 isolated, and then I go to the feet, bringing my feet into myself, into my chest, and that's actually really good for those lower abs that we were discussing. And then once I do another 15 or 20, I like to bring them together, both my upper body and my lower body, and really work those abs. These next machines are really good as well. They're more stable machines, so it's more of you just working on them, but make sure they're the right height so that you're getting that full range of motion, being able to bend all the way down. And I really appreciate you guys joining me for this routine. I hope you learned something. This one is great for the aerial arch, or just building that core strength. I like to raise my knees, raise my legs, kind of do a combination as well as hold myself. And don't forget the medicine ball. It's another really good tool to use. It's great for those lower abs. And I will show more of the medicine ball as well as my ab floor routine in another video, so you guys don't miss out. Thank you again. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to share with me your routines and share some great tips. See you later.
Also, you guys know the drill. If you like this video, please give them a thumbs up. It really means so much to know that you guys are enjoying the videos. And if you have any suggestions for other videos that you want to see, please post them below. As well as don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I'm really trying to build a strong community where we're all pulling for each other and supporting each other. And as you know, it's fully transparent and open. That's why I wanted to share with you guys my exercise routine, so you guys just can see everything I'm doing in my weight loss journey, because I'm going to get to that point B. Right now we're at point A, working towards point B, and I'm going to get there. And I appreciate having this team of support in this community, and I really invite you guys to share, because I want to hear from you. I want to hear about your journey, and I welcome you to please do so on this channel. So, especially if you just want to even vent, that's okay too. I'm here to listen. Also, don't forget, up in my banner, you can click on my Instagram feed and kind of follow along with more of a daily what's happening, as well as my blog up in the right-hand corner. I'd love for you guys to be in any one of these media forms. Please give them all a look and see which one speaks the most to you. Thank you guys again so much. And now grab this.